Advocate today, I'm Tracy E. Gilchrist. It's time to party down once again. The comedy series makes its return to Starz after being canceled in 2010. Critics are saying it's better than ever with much of the original cast coming back, and they are still trying to chase their dreams in Hollywood. I spoke with Adam Scott, Jane Lynch, Ken Marino, Tyrel Jackson-Williams, and Zoe Chao about bringing the cult classic back to TV. Hi, Adam. Well, thank you, first of all, for chatting with me, and congrats on Party Down. It's so
Thank
fun.
you.
Yes,
Thanks a lot.
of course. Well, I just want to begin with I think it's so fascinating that these characters are coming back after more than a decade, and now they are facing almost middle age and are grappling with bigger problems, divorce and financial insecurity, and yet it's wrapped in this package of friendship and hilarity. And I wonder if you would talk about that aspect of the show.
Yeah, I mean, the first two seasons of Party Down were about a group of people that were just trying to achieve their dream in show business. And, the group of actors playing those roles, we had a direct connection to that. At that time, the group of us were in a place where success was sort of just beyond our grasp, and we kind of had our faces pressed up against the window of show business more than anything. So we really knew how that felt and had a direct connection to the show and to these characters. And now jumping ahead 13 years, happily everyone is very busy in show business, so enough so that it was difficult to schedule this.
Right.
It took a long time to find the 6-week period where we could actually make the show. But beyond that, everyone, it's the same person, and inside the show, the same characters, but everyone has shifted a bit and settled a bit. And I think John Enbaum really wrote to that in an interesting way, where he was true to the characters, but also willing to push into new, interesting directions and allowing them to be different, but still be at their core the same people.
I love that the show leans into some generational differences with Saxon and Lucy. So, bringing on those new actors. And then, of course, you get to work with Jen Garner this season. And I wonder if you would talk a little bit about working with some of the new actors, and including Jen.
Yeah, Zoe and Tyrel and Jennifer are just great. We really lucked out. And all three of them just fit in immediately, and it just felt like they had been along for the ride the entire time. Jennifer's someone I've wanted to work with for years, and have been an admirer and fan of, and she was so funny and fun and just great. I just loved working with her, as did everybody. That was a role where, when we were talking about who would be right for Evie, it was like, someone like Jennifer Garner. Like, you won't get Jennifer Garner, but someone like that. She was sort of, sort of the North Star for the character. So the fact that we actually got her, was just insane. So we're really lucky.
Ken, I want to go to you first and talk a little bit about the idea of these folks are coming back after more than a decade and facing midlife crises, including some divorce and financial instability. And it's a hilarious show, but also touches on real things. So I wonder if you would speak to that.
I think that that's the appeal of the show, is that there is a lot of truth to the situations that the characters are going through. It's been like that from the very beginning. And I think what makes this season even more interesting to me is that it's addressing those things later in life, which, everything becomes a little bit more serious. But John, in his writing, somehow captures both the truth and the weight of that, and cuts it with some pretty incredible comedy.
And Jane, the show is also, and Constance gets to sort of be a little bit of a dream maker, but the show is also about following one's dreams, and
Right.
At any rate. And some of them have been dashed for a long time, but they keep
Right.
going. Would you
Right.
please speak to that aspect?
Yeah, sure. Well, for Constance, she's living the dream, and she always has. She has
Yeah.
a made-up past that she used to be a big television star. She wasn't. She just loves hanging out with her friends. She's really a very simple, almost like a happy idiot, as Jackson Brown said, be a happy idiot. And so for her, it's kind of great. But for everybody else, they were, reaching for the stars, and they were able to let the catering go, and they took off only to have to come back down to earth and go back to the job they were at 13 years ago. And that is sobering, and also makes for some good comedy.
Ken, these characters, Saxon and Lucy, who are representing a new generation, and the show this season is really leaning into some of those generational differences, especially Saxon as he does content, which
Right.
hilarious.
Mhm.
Would you talk a little bit about playing into that with these actors?
Well, I mean, what I could say is that Zoe and Tyrel coming in was such a wonderful addition to the cast, and the way John wrote them in, it just seemed seamless, and the subject matter that they were dealing with, it just all felt very current and right, and so it's been a joy to kind of get to work with them on this show.
Great, thank you. And then Jane, would you just speak generally to coming back and working with some of these folks who've all gone on to some pretty incredible careers?
Well, I think one of the reasons we're so happy we were able to make this work is that we've been trying to get it made. We're going to do a movie at one point, and we were trying to get a television show going. And the big thing is that everybody's so busy because they're so successful now. So we finally found, what did we shoot for 2 weeks or something?
For what, the
whole thing, 4 weeks.
No, we shot 6.
Okay, 6 weeks. I think I was only there 4 then.
Yes, yeah, because you're a hot shot.
Oh, yeah. It's things to
you were
do.
doing Broadway,
Yes.
you were doing TV shows.
Yeah, I had to go to New York. That is true.
movies.
So anyway, it was really hard to get those. It was just a really happy accident that we were able to get those 6 weeks where all of us were available, except for Lizzie Kaplan. And that was a drag, but
that was a bummer.
Went forward anyway. I mean, we were talking about not doing it, and then we thought, let's just do it. And if we do it again, we'll make sure Lizzie Kaplan can be there.
I just wonder if you'd speak generally to working with these pros. I mean, they've all from this show went on to be just incredible. And would you each maybe comment a little bit on working with them?
Yeah, we both bonded over how intimidating it was to join season 3 of this iconic show. And Tyrel was just talking about how you watch the first 2 seasons of this show, and then you also know the trajectory all those actors have in real life. Like, they went on to become truly defining comedic powerhouses. And so we've been talking about how, I think we came in being like, just don't F it up.
Yeah.
They've got a good thing going on. Just try to be cool.
Thank you to Adam, Jane, Ken, Tyrel, and Zoe for speaking with me. Episodes of Party Down can be found on Starz and Hulu. You can open the Advocate Channel YouTube page for more of my full interviews with Hollywood's biggest talents. I'm Tracy E. Gilchrist. I'll see you next time.